Hey everybody, Mike Chiswick here for the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series. I normally make more videos in a year, but there just hasn't been anything going on this year, has there? We haven't raced since Harris Hill, Texas, second week in March. So nothing in April, we're into May, nothing here, so not a whole lot to talk to you about. But thought that I would give you an update of what we're doing out here in this end and save you from any type of political opinions or personal opinions or hearsay or rumors. Just straight up tell you what's going on here and what you can expect from our end. So team captains got an email over the weekend that our Watkins event has been canceled. We had been talking to the track up until the last minute about holding it. Obviously, we want to race, and the track wants to race, and they've been sending some requests to the government about what they need to do to hold an event, and we were talking to them about what we need to do to hold an event, and in the end, the state of New York just was not prepared to open recreational facilities, and that includes racetracks. So I got the call from them Friday night, and they said there's nothing they can do. There's going to remain closed further, and so our event was canceled. And if something was to pop up, a date down in the future this year, they'd call us, and I would entertain that if it worked for us and for all our members. But basically, at this point, the event was canceled, and that's what we let you guys know in that email. Watkins was the only thing we had to do, only event in May, so that's off. Moving beyond that, on the June 13th and 14th weekend, we have COTA down in Texas and Mosport in Canada. Currently, the border between the U.S. and Canada is closed, and it does not look like that's going to open anytime soon. So that really puts a damper on Canadians racing in the United States and Americans racing in Canada. I was talking with our Canadian team just a little while ago, getting an update on what is going on up there. It sounds like things have been pretty strict up there as far as travel restrictions go, and that doesn't make it easy if you want to travel, tow your car to a racetrack. But he's in contact with Mosport, and pretty soon he's going to know if they're going to be open or not, and we will pass that information on to you guys. COTA at this point is, I don't know how to put it. It's on, but despite the fact that Texas is open, local officials in and around COTA are kind of hemming and hawing about opening up. I don't want to throw anybody in the bus or say anything that shouldn't, but at this point, we have another meeting with COTA next week to find out the exact situation down there. I don't know what we know enough on this end knows it, but and I think they're trying to figure it out as well. But as soon as we do know, we will pass that on to you guys. Now, what all this means is that you guys out there some of you are struggling in your own issues about your hours have been cut at work, you've lost your job, or you have a business and you've lost customers. The business isn't there, so there's some money issues involved. So racing isn't necessarily the first thing on your mind, and as rightly it shouldn't be. This is a hobby. But for those of you who still have steady income and desperately want to get out of the house and do something, this is important. You want to know, when can I finally go get to a racetrack? And so we're working on that. We're talking to these tracks often, and as I've said, these tracks are not stonewalling us. They really need to be open financially themselves, and so they want us there. And we want to go race. We need to be open because financially, we're paying bills now, but we're not taking any money in. Nobody's signing up for races at this point. Everybody's on hold. They want to see what's going to happen. So, all businesses, racing and clubs alike, are hurting on this one. So, but we're talking to the tracks often, multiple times a week, kind of phone on speed dial kind of thing. And don't want to pester anybody, but also don't want to miss anything that's relevant that we could pass on to you guys. So, as soon as we knew about Watkins, we told you guys, and as soon as we know one way or another on COTA, we'll pass that along. Should COTA and or Mosport not go on, our standard policy this year, during all this mess, would still apply, that any event fees can be put forward to other events in the future, or if nothing works out for you, then we are still issuing refunds at this point. And big thank you to those people that have said, hey, I may not be able to race this one, but I really want to race something else, so just take my money and put it somewhere else. I mean, that helps us a lot, and I appreciate that you've asked us to do that with the money, but no hard feelings. If you just have to have the refund back, that's fine. So we're doing that as well. If all that doesn't work out, then my calendar says that we're getting into the end of June is Willow Springs, and then the weekend after is July 4th weekend, Daytona. So at some point, somewhere in this country, we're going to put a race car back on track. It's been so long since I've heard the streaking sound of an M20 on the front straightaway piercing my ears that I almost forget what it's like. Almost. It's painful, by the way. We're going to get back to racing, and we know that some of you are going to be hesitant to do so. That is a personal decision, and if you can't or are unwilling to make it, we'll obviously work with you and accommodate that. But for those of you who are itching and willing and ready to go, we'll have a track open. We'll get our cars out there. We'll throw the green flag, and we're going to race. We are going to race again. So if you have any questions, I know there's not a lot to ask now other than, is this event happening? Feel free to email me, info@ChampCar.Live. You can call or text me. My number's on the website. I'm happy to answer those questions because, frankly, there's not a lot else going on here. I made a dirt track out in my backyard over the weekend with a tractor, and so my kids and I ride in four-wheeler around it. Got to get some racing in. Other than that, not much to do. So, guys, tinker with your cars, hang out with your family, and just cross your fingers that we will get back to racing soon. Thanks. Bye.